Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching the Bowtie Psychic here on YouTube. I'm a psychic and intuitive medium who focuses on divination and storytelling to help people overcome generational trauma. Thank you so much for watching the Daily Messenger for September 20th, 2019. Um, it's Friday, and so the first thing I got was a lot of excitement and happiness from the intuitive message when I tapped in. The first thing I got was, and I also heard the Seas of Rye by Queen, and I know that the video game Borderlands is coming out. I would like to play that game. I'm not much of a gamer, but I'm becoming one. And and Seven Seas. Well, anyway, the Seven Seas of Rye played was the song that was played on the advertisement for Borderlands, and so I was wondering, like, is that it? Is that why my spirit wants y'all to play Borderlands and everything? But I guess to what I got was relax, 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 relax. This this Friday. I also saw the lyrics of the Seven Seas of Rye. And it's like intense. Like this is some overlord type of shit. Like you need to bless me with your whole spirit. Come at me. I don't trust you. It's a rat basically. But and a lot of y'all also have that energy too, as far as um, outside of relax, have a good time. A lot of people are like excited, for the weekend to get started, and so enjoy that weekend, enjoy that time. But another reason why I believe pardon me, I have a follower, a friend of mine on Instagram. She's now posting like doing like a meme dump, and so like that's why the phone is going off. But if you like listen to or literally read the Seven Seas of Rye, I got I definitely got the feeling of you are to love me, you are to fear me, you are to fear my spirit, you are to fear my power. I will protect you if you are to if you as I will protect you as long as you don't disrespect me. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Seven Seas of Rye is basically based on some sort of mythology. I'm getting like Norse mythology. I'm not familiar with that, but I will definitely look into it. But basically, it is basically saying that I I'm not here to be messed with. I'm not here to be dealing with people who don't trust me, and dealing with those who don't respect my authority. And that's what a lot of people are dealing with. Like respect my authority, respect who I am, respect, what you're dealing with. Like because the person you're looking at right now, they're powerful. I really like um, that particular thing. But that particular message, to be honest with you. The song is a lot more intense than I'm letting on, but please watch or listen to The Seven Seas of Rye by Queen. But back to the message. You're literally being told by spirit to basically relax and have a good time and to not let people disrespect you this weekend, not let people disrespect your time and your energy and your authority. Don't expect don't allow yourself to be bamboozled by anybody, because people still have that summer energy, that weekend energy, that hey big head type of energy that they have, in regards to sliding into your DMs and things like that. And so do not allow yourself to be bamboozled by that weekend energy, because people are who are just going to be like wasting your time and sliding to your DMs and shit. So don't allow that energy to come through. I'm just going to take your time and enjoy yourself. Take your time and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your free time if you have any. If you're working on the weekend, do everything you can to make sure you're resting in between your breaks, because this I'm just getting like this is a time for you to recoup your energy, rejuvenate your energy, redo and basically reclaim your time, reclaim your time, reclaim your time, reclaim um reclaim you, reclaim your energy. Um, I'm being like, no, that's it, that's it. We just reclaim your time, reclaim your energy. Um, because it's Friday. And it's no wonder I have the vision of people like jumping up and down, cheering, and then we got Seas of Rye. Um, I'm getting that like don't allow people to disrespect your time and authority. That's probably why that song came through. Um, so if you connected with that in any way, shape, or form, by all means, let me know. Please, put it in the comments and yeah, you would not feel that energy. I feel that energy. It feels really nice. Yeah, just allow yourself to enjoy your time. Y'all done so much work throughout the week. You've done so much work throughout the week. So much work. So much spiritual work. So much of work as far as 9 to 5. If you are working at home, um, you've done a lot of work around that too. As far as planning and doing videos or doing everything you can to advertise yourself and to let people know you're here. That's energy, and you've done that. Allow yourself to rest or do something that you enjoy this weekend, especially on Saturday. I'm getting Saturday as the time to do that because it's technically, if I'm not mistaken, it's still summer technically. It's just late summer. So even though it's still a little chilly out, um, it's still hoodie weather. And I'm just getting hoodie and sneaker energy right now. So be sure to allow yourself that energy. Allow yourself to bask in the glow of that energy. And so if you connected with that in any way, shape, or form, by all means, click, the subscribe button, click on that bell, um, so you won't miss another video. Also, you can like and comment. I really want to hear, what you have to say as far as the intuitive message. Um, so, so I'm getting really tired too. My mouth is just like, this is like my third video. So, all with the cards, okay? So the one that I got here was the King of Wands. I'm getting that is this is to take your time. Is you really are to take your time, as far as your time, and just not exactly relax, but to recoup your energy. Excuse me. To recoup your energy, sit down because it's not it's not healthy to be on the grind all the time. I think this is what this is saying. And that's why you got that intuitive message, because it's just unhealthy to be on the grind all the time. It's unhealthy to think about money all the time and about what you're going to do and what is everything going to look like. You have the tendency to worry about the how. You have the tendency to worry about where everything's going to come from. And so, what I got from this card right here, the King of Wands, is to, for one, bask in the glow of your break, bask in the glow, settle down, sit down, and basically be satisfied with where you are today. Be satisfied with the work that you've done. Your money's going to be coming pretty soon. It's going to be coming, okay? It's going to be coming. Don't worry about that, because that's another thing too. Like, that's one of the reasons. Let's talk about like trauma in a whole other way, and how capitalism plays a huge part in that. and how the whole grind culture plays a huge part in that. Like, you got to be on the grind. The hustle culture. That's what it is, the hustle culture. You always got to be hustling. You always got to make that money, be that money, see that money. You know what I mean? Everything's about, the hustle, the grind. You working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, putting your mixtape out, doing videos, putting a book out, doing all this, that, and the third. And it's to the point where that's probably why we got that intuitive message too, is that a lot of people have a hard time relaxing because of capitalism and the messages that we get from capitalism, whether it be subliminal or otherwise, basically saying that if we are resting, we are not being productive. And if we're not being productive, we are no good. We are nothing, and we are not serving a purpose. That message in and of itself is very traumatizing. That message in and of itself plays into that thinking, that in order for us to be somebody, we always have to be doing something to the point of breaking our energy. And so that card, the card is basically saying, the King of Wands is saying, like, be about your money, but also relax. Sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Sit down and treat yourself with kindness. I struggle with that. Sometimes it used to be much worse back in the day. I felt like, and let me back up before I even get into that story. There was okay. Spirit is basically saying, tell the story. Back in 2016, or back when I was in school, in grad school, um, I was always working, always on the grind to make it, to prove myself to people. And to be honest with you, that's been going on since I was in my, since my childhood, where I've been called stupid to the point where I felt like I was to prove people otherwise. So I will overwork, will overwork and overwork and overwork, um, to the and or I will overwork, um, to the point of messing up. I will overwork to the point of causing myself anxiety. I will overwork to the point of causing myself depression. And I felt like if I did not work, then people would think I'm lazy, I'm stupid, or I don't amount to anything. And so, well, I graduated in 2013. And what ended up happening was that I felt like I did all this work. I did all this stuff that I was supposed to do, and was not able to get a job as a social worker or get a job in the social work field, at least in Buffalo, New York. So what ended up happening is that I almost committed suicide because of that. I almost committed suicide because I felt like I served no purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was. And because of me not knowing my purpose was, what am I supposed to be doing? Fast forward, to 2016, when I decided to become an author, and become a content creator, and to basically go through the motions of being famous, I guess. And I just worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was to the point where even my friends on Facebook, even my friends outside online was like, you hit the ground running. What are you doing? People were concerned for my overall safety and well-being, because all I did was work. All I did was put out content. All I did was do something pertaining to me being productive. Deep down inside, I felt like, or I felt playing like this. I felt like it was playing into this mindset that um, in order for me to be productive, in order for me to be in order for me to be worth it, worthy, um, and to be appreciated, is when I'm like working and doing that grind work. And I feel like that is an issue for a lot of people, especially this generation, where um, you have, on top of, of capitalists telling us that we are a lazy generation. We are a lazy generation. You have social media, and then social media has it to where you could be an overnight sensation, or you can become famous overnight. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are like getting, in addition to social media, sending out those messages. You have capitalists using that as a means of saying like, look, at this age, at this age, you are to be this way. I used to basically, as going back to me and how I used to treat myself. Um, I used to compare myself to people who are my age, or a little bit younger, who have houses, families, cars. You know what I mean? And here I am struggling with depression and ADD and all this other stuff, and I can't even get it together. I was always beating myself up about that. So what that card is basically saying is that we can't beat ourselves up, y'all. We can't beat ourselves up about a lot of other stuff. We can't compare ourselves to other people because of capitalism and how capitalism actually puts us in a position to compete with each other, which causes more discord, which causes more individualism and divide and division. And that causes, and that's all that stems from us, you know, being traumatized and being criticized by the capitalist system. The King of Wands is basically saying like, look, you've hustled enough. It's time for you to basically settle down. If you are the plan, go ahead and do that, but not to the point where you feel that you are non-productive simply because you don't have what you are, have all this stuff, this material stuff, and all these accolades that you have been working towards rather. Sit down, because sitting down and resting, that is you being productive. Your body is to rest. Your body is to rest. Okay, your mind, your spirit is to rest. Without that rest period, how in the world are you able to be of service to anybody? You're not even being of service to yourself at this point. So rest is actually extremely important. In fact, I'm going to rest after this video. This is my third video for the day. So, Four of Wands. Four of Wands. I'm getting a networking with this card. Networking. I'm getting that as far as your career. You are to not do this on your own and by yourself, because one of the reasons why we burn out is because we do everything ourselves. That's one of the reasons why we are burning out. Capitalism tells us that we are to be a one man show, but we are to have money in order to be successful. We are to have money in order for us to um, be at a level that we are being paid attention to. Sometimes that's not true. Sometimes it takes a friend to help us. Sometimes it takes networking and connecting with the right people in order for us to be where we are. Okay? We are not to do everything ourselves. We are not to sit here and make all these decisions on our own. That's why Spirit is always helping us with our businesses. Okay? That's one of the reasons why it's just so important to know that. And that's another thing, too. I'm also getting that we are to be careful of swallowing these messages around doing ourselves and being with other people, for the sake of doing it. If those people, oh, sorry, I'm getting tired too. I'm just getting a lot of networking with this card, and basically, not just work with anybody, but work with people who have your vision in heart. And also, it's okay for you to manifest the folks that you're supposed to be working with. Okay, your manifest dream partners, manifest dream people, a dream team, manifest. Put the intention out there that in order for you to succeed, you know, dear spirit, help. Dear spirit, I pray that you help me find people. I pray um, that you not even help, but basically lead me towards the people that will be at one with my vision, that will help me succeed, that will help me help the world, and I will help them in return. Sometimes you don't even need money in order for you to succeed. Just doing a video like this, and do advertising that way can actually help you. Going to different venues, you know, that will support what you're doing will help you. But I'm just getting that networking will be very important, in that you are not to do this on your own, and allow spirit to help you with that networking. One of the like I said, is not a shocker to me that we're like these cards came up, the wands cards came up, because these are action cards, and I'm just getting a lot of business oriented stuff here now, business oriented stuff, and how capitalism plays a huge part in how we see each other and how we see people as a means to an end. And the Wands card, even though it has an action card, it also talks about how to treat other people and how to respect other people. Not people are like individuals, and people like demographics of people are not your cash cow. So therefore, they are not to be treated as such. They are to be treated with the respect and kindness that you will want for yourself, or you are looking for yourself. And not everything is not means to an end. This is why you're being told to settle down. It's okay to network. It's okay to be around other people, but don't let that be the main reason why you're out here, with people. That's why you got the seven of swords upside down. There is no reason, and basically, like this person is being sneaky and underhanded. Okay, if this is right side up, that's what this will be: deception, sneakiness, underhandedness. And what this card is saying is that this is not necessary. This is not necessary. There is no need for you to hide or keep anything to yourself. This card is basically saying that spirit is with you, and also people know what you're doing. You're not being secretive at all. You know, people know what you're doing, and basically speak up and let people help you, and let people know what you're doing. Okay, have a plan in place. Um, let people know what you're doing. Let people know. I'm just getting. Please ask for help, because the moment you start deciding to deceive people, what's going to end up happening is that you're going to not have people trust you or your intentions. Okay, capitalism tells you that people are not to be trusted. Capitalism tells you that when you have an idea, keep it to yourself because someone may take it. Capitalism does that. Capitalists does that, or do that, which is why it just causes a lot more problems than not. Capitalism thrives on us being divided. It thrives on us being so overworked that we're tired, and it thrives on us not being able to trust one another, because there's money to be made around that. So basically, what I'm getting from this whole thing is that um, when it comes, well, the excuse me, the Seven of Swords, rather, excuse me, the Seven of Swords is that it would be to your detriment to not speak up, and there's no need for you to. I'm just getting them. There's no need for you to be quiet. There's no need for you to be sneaking around. There's no need for you to do that. There's no need for you to like let people know. I guess what I'm getting is like when it comes to deception, when the energy I got from this card, like there's no reason for you to keep secrets. There's no need for you to think that that your idea is the only idea and you're the only one who has it. There's no need for this. Communicate with your people. Communicate with people that are working with you. I'm also getting like, please ask for help. That's what I'm getting from this card. Please ask for help. Yeah, like there's no need. There's no need to be doing all this. Like that's why I mean, it's not a shocker to me. I don't know if you recognize this but there are wolves in this picture. And when wolves don't work by themselves, they like roll in packs. You're part of a collective. You're part of a pack. So it's time for us, at least when it comes to our businesses, act as such. That's why you're being asked to, when it comes to your business overall, connect with people who share your vision and connect with people. Um, you I guess not to be, don't be single like, or excuse me, like underhanded. So the cards that I'm using now, I'm switching gears a little bit. So the cards that I got here was the Oracle of the Mermaids deck. I'm using that right now. It's the same person. No, it's not the same person. I'm lying, but basically, this is actually a really cool deck. Beautiful as all get out. I just, and speaking of beautiful, I just ordered um, a beautiful deck. Uh, I think it's called the mythical shamanic deck or oracle deck. So I'm waiting for that to come in on Friday. I can't wait. Well, today rather. I'm waiting for it to come today. Um, so I got the experiments card, and the experiments card says manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. It's basically reiterating the message in regards to business and what capitalists are doing um, to uh, to basically separate us through our talents and through our products. They're putting it in like the system that we are dealing with now is putting it in our minds that being sneaky and underhanded is the best way to fly. And what this card is basically saying is that that is what the spiritualists or not spiritualists, but the capitalist system want us to do. That's what it's doing. It's basically manipulating us and forcing change and telling us that, in order for us to be successful, in order for us to be successful, we are to be a certain way, act a certain way. And that's just not the case at all. We're not going to do this. Because what ends up happening is that if we go against um, our spirit, if we go against, what's right for us and what's what we know spirit is asking for, it's going to hurt us in the end. Basically, it's going to hurt us in the end. Okay, if you're being, and that's another thing too, when it comes um to even our triggers and our boundaries, do not allow people to cross boundaries with you. Don't have people cross your boundaries for the sake of capitalism. Because what ends up happening is that you're going to end up causing yourself more harm than good. Okay, you're going to be overworked, you're going to be overtired, you're going to be getting into getting into those messages or believe in those messages, and in order for you to be seen as worthy, you have to be productive, overly productive. Next thing you know, you burning out, ready to hurt yourself. That's why having a support network necessary is having a support network is necessary. Having support work for you is necessary. So you won't fall into this trap of overworking um, and going against what spirit has in store for you and going against what you know works for you. A lot of us tend to do that in the pursuit of wealth, in the pursuit of being okay, because we've gotten this message that in order for us to, I just don't like, I just don't like grind culture. It kills so many people. I don't like grind culture. I don't like this hustle culture that everything and everyone is a means to an end. That's why from the very beginning, you're told, like with the King of Wands, you're just told to, if you're going to plan, go ahead and do that, but please relax, and see yourself as a human being. You're not a machine. You're not a fucking machine. Capitalism, and the way it's set up, the way the system is set up, will have you thinking that your worth is wrapped in, inside your production and how you produce. You're more than what you produce. Even when you are sitting down, you are doing something. You're producing something. You're producing energy. You're preserving your energy. You're preserving your energy. Preservation is key. The mirror, okay, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Don't let, what I'm getting from this card straight up and flat out is like, know yourself. When you know yourself, you know your boundaries. That's why doing spiritual work is so important, because in doing a lot of trauma work around releasing, doing a lot of trauma work around productivity is so important, because once you start doing that, once you start questioning yourself, why am I doing this? Is this for my greater good? What am I getting out of this? Once you start doing the work, once you start doing the work necessary, you start to realize your boundaries. You start to know yourself and what you are willing to put up with. And then you'll be willing to say no to certain things and yes to certain things. And you will tap into spirit to see if that is the right thing for you to do. If it's for your greater good. Will this help me in some way, shape, or form? Do I have the spoons for this? Is this product or this project going to help me achieve my goal? Is it going to? Does this have anything to do with my personal growth, with my purpose? Once you start asking yourself those questions and being honest with yourself, you're just not going to do anything. So I'm just getting that that's how it's going to be when you start doing the work. When you start seeing yourself as more than a means of production. When you start saying no it hits different. You know, it hits different. It feels good because you're like, I'm gonna preserve my energy today. You're gonna preserve your energy. Okay. Once you start preserving your energy and you are like, I have all these boundaries, and you say no, there's freedom in that. You know, independence and self determination. You determine what you are going to do. You determine how much energy you're going to spend. You are going to determine who you're going to spend your life with or spend your time with, as far as your business, who you're going to be working with, especially if you have your own small online business. You have the freedom to not work with just anybody. You're more than a means of production. You will start to see yourself as more as a means of production. You will see yourself as a human being who with limits, as far as your physical limits. You are tired. There was one time on Twitter, somebody said, I can't stand the grind culture. Like, I can't work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Bitch, I'm tired. It's okay for you to say, bitch, I'm tired. It's okay for you to do that. It's okay for you to take it there, especially when you have no more spoons. Capitalism will have you out here working yourself until you're working yourself until you have you working out here, grinding, hustling until like the skin falls off your body, whether you're working for yourself or not. Capitalism will actually have you out here snapping on people because you haven't had sleep in like 2 days. Will have you out here thinking that in order for you to provide for your family or to provide for yourself, you are to work non-stop. It will have you thinking, have you out here thinking that there's something wrong with you, where you just want to sit down and enjoy your life, to watch Netflix or something, or to listen to a podcast or read a book. Capitalism will have you out here thinking that you are lazy because you just want to sit down, or you want to go to sleep at a reasonable hour. It will have you doing that. Spirit is letting you know that capitalism is not where we are supposed to be, as far as us just going after the grind, going after that coin, going after that bag. Like, I'm getting tired just thinking about it. And I used to live that way. And the result of me living that way was that all of a sudden, I feel like nobody's listening to me. That's another thing, too, that we don't ever talk about, because there are people who are grinding out here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you get little to no response for whatever reason. Or people are not feeling what you're doing for whatever reason, or they're not feeling you right now. Or they don't have the money and the time for you, but they have the time and the money for somebody. They have the time and the money for somebody else, or for another act or something. Now you're thinking that you ain't shit because you are not getting the accolades that you feel like you deserve. Stop it. I am now the concerned uncle. Stop it. It don't make no sense. It makes no sense for you to be this way towards yourself any longer. This is why you're being asked to let all that stuff go. All that stuff around the means of production. Because by the end of the day, the grind culture and what capitalists have been telling us, what good has that done us? What good has what has that done? Besides cause more trauma because you have not gone to sleep in 2 days. Or you feel like you have to look or act a certain way in order to get that coin. Meanwhile, what was the last time you actually sat down? I'm not trying to get preachy or nothing, but that's why You are being told this weekend, this Saturday, to relax, to enjoy that, to enjoy your week. Or if you are working on a Saturday for whatever reason, cut yourself a break. Actually go to lunch. Get a meal inside of you. Eat a snack. Drink some water. For real. Like I'm just that's what I'm getting, like, for real. Like, y'all talking about getting a bag, like, fuck all that. This weekend, do something for yourself. Just relax. Whatever that looks like, as long as it's not destructive, relax and do something for yourself. This don't make no sense for you to be out here grinding all the time and hustling all the time. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. If you are to take a nap, go ahead. If you have a spouse and you have children, ask them to give you the time necessary for you to recoup. But this grind culture is going to kill us. This grind culture stems from the certain personality trait. It stems from capitalism, which is a personality trait in of itself. Capitalism has a whole personality trait in of itself. And one of those personality traits is it being never satisfied. It's just we put ourselves in a position to, like, put ourselves in a position to use capitalism in order to survive, but it goes way beyond that. We use it to gain approval. We gain it and we run towards it because a lot of us have that emptiness inside that stems from not getting approval. So we look for it in likes. We look for it in um, how many people watch our videos. We get it in how much people, listen to our story or listen to this and this and this, and we're looking for all these accolades, but we may not get it. Or if we do, now that's another reason for us to just fucking grind and hustle on a regular basis. Bullshit. That's some bullshit. Like, come on. Like, in order for us to break this cycle, because capitalism is abusive. Capitalism is abusive. It's an abusive partner that we keep going to, and we act as if we need it, when in actuality, we do not need it all the time. We don't need it at all. Money is a tool. It is not something. It's not something we gain approval with. Money is a tool. Is an energy. Capitalism is an energy. Money is an energy, y'all. And when we chase it, it runs. It runs. And it runs quick. That's why we're grinding so much. We feel as if we need money to get approval. Because if we get stuff, when we get money when something's tangible, that means we get an approval from all these people who are supporting us. That's all that is. Money is not a means of approval. It needs to not be seen as such. It's time for you to see yourself as more as a means of production. Capitalism is adding more trauma than not. It's contributing to our trauma more so than not. So many messages we are receiving that results in us literally breaking breaking ourselves to get a coin when we're not doing that to get money. We're doing that to gain the approval, to fill that void that started in childhood. Because that's exactly where it stems from, or it stems from a whole new lifetime. Either way, it didn't come from us. This hustle and grind, this need for approval, this need to like break our back and break our feet and break our spirit to gain approval that comes in the form of money. This is not okay. So I end with this. Please take care of yourself this weekend. Please take care of yourself this weekend. Sleep, get some water, play with your children, go swimming, do something that is going to fulfill your spirit. Order a pizza, order some Chinese food, do something, smoke something, you know what I mean? Like do something that's going to like feed your spirit in some way, shape, or form. But don't be about the grind to the point where you are doing nothing else and you're just feeding into your trauma because it's coming in a form of being on the grind and you're just gaining approval. Like, come on, or you think you're going to get approval or gain approval somehow. Like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. You are way better. I'm saying this from the bottom of my own spirit. I love y'all, and please, please, please take care of yourself because capitalism and capitalistic means are not going to be there for you. If anything, they're going to do the complete opposite. Don't ever think just because someone's giving you money, when someone's giving you their money, that somehow they are actually approving of you. They're only approving of what you produce. They don't know you. They don't know you. So please know yourself. Be kind to yourself and surround yourself with people who are going to love and honor you and see you for who you are, to love and cherish you for who you are, for real. So on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit heavy, but Spirit wanted me to tell y'all that. Spirit wanted me to tell you that. Yeah, Spirit wanted me to tell you that. But thank you so much for watching this video. If it resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe to the channel. Just hit that bell. You'll never miss a video, never. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also, if you want a more in-depth reading, you can also go to thebowtiepsychic.com to schedule an appointment, and we'll just go from there. Like I love giving readings and I love providing services. So the more you help me out, I'll help you out, right? Also, I'm doing these videos because the more, and also another reason for me for you to like this video is because the more likes I get, the more I'm likely to show up in the search, and then I'm able to spread the message. So that's all. That's all that's about. So I will see y'all later on. In fact, speaking of weekends, I'm gonna have a good weekend on my own. So thank you so much for everything. And on that note, peace.